On 14 December 2025, a horrified mass shooting unfolded at Bonny Beach in Sydney, Australia during a festive gathering called Chanukah by the Sea, celebrating the first night of the Jewish holidays of Hanukkah. What should have been an evening of joy quickly turned into one of the deadliest attacks in modern Australian history as shoot ran out near the children's playground and park area, sending family fleeing from their lives. Now, this is one of the survivors injured in the head and clearly shaken. In his own words, he described a terrifying moment when gunshot exploded through the peaceful crowd and how he was separated from his family. Unsure if he would see them again, many people screamed, ducked for cover, and tried to help each other as chaos broke out. So let's listen to him.
The Jewish leaders over here hugging each other. I mean, what else can you do?
Not a lot you can do right now. Right now, everyone's got to help, everyone's got to hug, everyone's got to embrace. This is it was a bloodbath. It was an absolute massacre.
Tell me what happened.
I was here with my family. It was a Hanukkah celebration. There were hundreds of people. There were children. There were elderly families enjoying themselves. Children, kids, at a festival, playing, and then all of a sudden it's absolute chaos. There's guns, fire everywhere, people ducking. It was absolute chaos. We didn't know what was happening, where the gunfire was coming from. I saw blood gushing in front of me. I saw people hit, saw people fall to the ground. My only concern was, where are my kids? Where are my kids? Where's my wife? Where's my family? I survived October 7th. I lived in Israel the last 13 years. We came here only 2 weeks ago to work with the Jewish community, to fight anti-Semitism, to fight this bloodthirsty, ravaging hatred.
That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here. We've lived through worse. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get the bastards that did this.
Tell me, did you see the gunman?
I did. I saw at least one gunman firing. Looked like a shotgun, firing randomly in all directions. I saw children falling to the floor. So elderly. I saw invalids. I saw people just. It was an absolute bloodbath, blood gushing everywhere. October 7th. That's the last time I saw this. I never thought I would see this in Australia, not in my lifetime.
On Bondi Beach?
On Bondi Beach, of all places, this iconic place.
Your children, your wife?
My children, my wife is safe, thank God. They're okay. They managed to get away. But I didn't know. I didn't know where they were, and there's nothing. There's no greater fear, no greater horror not knowing where your family is. They're okay. They'll be okay.
You're a legend. Thank you. And you don't know how you got shot or hurt?
I know. I got hit in the head. I'm bleeding.
You lost a lot of blood.
I've lost blood. There are people around me that are far worse. I'll be okay. We'll be okay as a community, and we will defeat these ravages hatred.
A witness has.
Now, thank God his family was safe. Among the dozens of casualties, a 10-year-old girl was tragically killed, one of the youngest victims of the attack. The full death toll rose to 16 people with ages ranging from children to elderly. Now, let's listen to what this man have to say concerning that 10-year-old.
Now, your brother Michael is the father of Matilda. Just please tell me how you're getting on right now.
Yeah. Hi. Look, we are all devastated. I didn't even talk to my brother. He is beyond stressed and doesn't want to talk to anyone. I talked to his partner, Valia, and I am absolutely beyond belief this happened. I look on the phone and I'm just hoping it's will be a joke, not real, but it seems like it's real. A beautiful girl, 10 years old, innocent, sweet, happy child, and it just happened to her. I wish it never happened to anyone, to any family, to go through this, what we're going through.
Yeah. Lena, I understand 10-year-old Matilda was with her 6-year-old sister Summer. They were at the festival yesterday,
Summer,
obviously.
Yes, and it was on her eyes, and she see everything, and she is absolutely stressed and crying, and look, we can't take back Matilda, but please help support Summer, help her as much as you can. Mental health, it's very important. Can you imagine on your eyes, your beautiful sister killed, it's just beyond the imagination, and now the little child going through this too. And I hope it's support of government and people and community. Like, I hope, like, she gets through this, and we all get through this. Like, if it's ever can get through.
Lena, everybody will help. I can guarantee you that. This whole community, I'm down at the memorial at Bondi Beach right now. Everybody is coming together to support and embrace as best they can. So whatever we can do as a community to help, please rest assured we will try and help your family. Tell me about Matilda, though. I saw some images yesterday before the shooting began. People were down here eating pastries. It was a family event.
Yes.
This was a family day out. A family day out, for goodness sake.
Yeah, it was family. It was happy. I sent some pictures, like, from yesterday when there was, like, happy kids playing with the animal, with the, like, eating cakes and stuff and just enjoying, like, and you know, the Matilda, like, and my other new Summer, like, you know, they was the happiest kids you can imagine. It's just like they don't have much, but they was happy with what they have, like, you know, like going out on the beach for walks, just simple thing in life. Like a week ago, we was in a zoo, we was in Parramatta.
Now, this is so sad for the 10-year-old, an innocent girl who had to pass through this. Now, police have actually confirmed that the shooters were a father and a son duo, Sajid Akram and his 24-year-old son, Navid Akram, who opened fire on the crowd with high-power firearms. Now, this Hague authority took actually question on how people have, guns and they're able to do random shooting. But a targeted attack on the Jewish community attended by the Hanuk. Now, this leads us to what this news had to say concerning this.
It's reviewing its gun laws as the country faces a rising death toll in yesterday's terror attack at Bondi Beach.
16 people are dead, including one suspected gunman. Authorities say a father and son carried out the rampage, the worst mass shooting since the Port Arthur incident 3 decades ago, where 35 people died.
But the site of the shooting at Bondi Beach remains an active crime scene. The police said the gunmen were targeting a celebration of Jewish festival. And more than 40 people are injured from the ages of 10 to 87. 2 improvised bombs were removed from the site.
Police say the shooting duo was a 50-year-old father who died and his 24-year-old son who is in hospital under police guard. One of them during the attack on a bridge overlooking Bondi Beach. Police say they had little knowledge of the suspects and had no indication the two were planning an assault. But they now know that the father owned 6 firearms and had a gun license for a decade, prompting reporters to ask if gun laws needed reform.
There's a massive role for the government, New South Wales Police and regular citizens to play here to ensure that we keep our community safe, and I won't hesitate to move legislation if it's required.
Well, we will look at whatever is necessary, whatever comes out of this investigation. If there is any action required in terms of legislative response, we will certainly have it.
But this morning, Mr. Albanese placed flowers near the site of the attack. Across Australia, flags are flying at half-mast to honour the victims. In the meantime, police are continuing their investigations, with America's FBI saying they're providing assistance. Authorities raided 2 homes. Now, one neighbour described the suspects.
We noticed them, they come and go every day here, and they never say hello or anything. They just normal. We thought they are normal people. Yeah, we were so shocked to notice that one of the guy who shoot people, they live in here.
A rabbi is among the dead. His colleagues are vowing to stand strong.
As a Jewish people, we will not be silenced. As a Jewish people, our light will not be dimmed. And the holiday of Hanukkah will remind us and the world that a little bit of light dispels a lot of darkness. And what we need to do is add in our light.
For the very latest, let's bring in Katie Silva, who's in Sydney live. Katie, thank you very much for joining us. So some confusion overnight, understandably, but I believe the authorities have given a number of updates at this point. So what sort of details do we have on how the attack unfolded?
Well, as you mentioned there, what has emerged overnight is the fact that it was a father and son duo. That was certainly not known to us over last night. We had at one point as well heard from police that there could have been 3 people involved. Now they have reduced that to 2. In terms of how it unfolded, as you saw there, they chose that specific bridge. It's a footbridge that many people goes over a pedestrian path, many people passing under it. Bondi Beach at that time of an evening, it was 6:45 p.m. local time, on a Sunday in the middle of summer. Lots of people out, lots of restaurants, lots of bars, lots of tourists, and indeed that event for over 1,000 Jewish people gathered there for the event Hanukkah by the Sea. So in terms of how it unfolded, we understand they of course got onto that bridge. They took aim at the event and indeed at just random strangers passing by. We know then that one of the father actually came down from the bridge, and at that point, pretty amazing footage actually of a bystander who jumped on him, managed to get the gun off him, and actually pulled it on the man, on the attacker himself, making him run away. So that was a pretty amazing scene. He then actually got back onto the bridge and continued to shoot until police ended the fire.
Katie, I'm sure people are worried about the immediate safety situation. What's the security situation like right now, and what sort of guidance are police giving the public at this hour?
Well, the scene remains a crime scene. It's cordoned off. You heard as well there, of course, about the 2 bombs that were found. So there has been extensive searching and of the space, and police are continuing to do so. There, of course, have been multiple units, police, ambulance. Everybody has been asked to stay vigilant. The ASIO, which is the head of the security services here in Australia, they are also encouraging people just to be aware and to be vigilant. They haven't yet escalated their threat level when it comes to terrorism, although there have been fears when it comes to things like copycat attacks. And what this means, what this event means in terms of the incendiary nature, there has already been tensions when it comes to anti-Semitism. In Australia in recent months, a report found, for example, that there was issues when it came to anti-Semitism. So there are certainly, everybody is something of a bated breath. People are very nervous and people are very devastated.
Katie, have the authorities indicated whether this is an isolated attack? And also, I guess, what steps are being taken to prevent future incidents? Are they saying continue with life as per normal? Or what exactly is the advice being given?
So at the moment, it very much does seem to be isolated. Police have said there's no evidence that they're working with other people. Of course, as we heard there,
Amid terror and gunfire, video captured the Sydney local rushing at one of the gunmen, tackling him and wresting the rifle from his hands, and that likely saved many lives. Local media identified the man as 43-year-old Ahmed Al-Ahmed, a father of 2 and a fruit shop owner. He was shot during the confrontations and currently hospitalized and recovering. So let's listen to this report.
Tackling one of the active shooters in last night's attack, but it came at a cost. Tallulah Thompson is outside St George Hospital, where that man is today. Tallulah, how's he doing?
Yeah, and we've just heard from Ahmed El-Ahmed's cousin, Jose, who was with him in Bondi yesterday. He says that his cousin is now out of surgery and is doing as well as can be expected. Meantime, a GoFundMe has been set up for his recovery, and that, in just a matter of hours, smashed the $300,000 target, and it is only climbing. It just shows how grateful people are to the father of 2's actions yesterday. Understandably, many people were running away from those gunshots, but Ahmed ran towards the danger, taking on one of the shooters and wresting that gun from him before he was shot and injured himself. Here's what his cousin Jose had to say a little bit earlier about that terrifying moment.
Yeah, he was very scared. He was looking, he told me like, I want to die, I love you, stay with me, don't leave me. We asked the doctor, he told us just he's done the surgery and we're waiting him like for the recovery. We can see him after that.
Okay. Now, his inspiring and heroic actions have inspired other people to want to do something. I spoke to a woman who turned up at the hospital a little earlier. She wanted to donate blood after hearing about Ahmed's heroic actions yesterday. She's an O negative, which is in high demand after the attack yesterday. Unfortunately, she couldn't donate blood here, but here's a little bit about what she said and why she wanted to do something, anything.
Because I have O negative blood, I thought if I can save lives, it's just really close to my heart as well. What has happened, it's really devastating. I'm so sorry. That guy is a national hero at the moment.
Yeah, some really powerful words there, a testament to how Australians really are feeling right across the country today. There were so many people who jumped into action yesterday. Lifesavers, volunteers, people who were at the beach who offered to do CPR, put people on surfboards and carried them to ambulances. There are far too many people to name, but it really does show just how Australians do come together in the face of tragedy. Ange?
Thanks, Tallulah.
Now, international reaction poured in. The United States President Donald Trump strongly condemned the shooting, calling it a purely antisemitic attack and offering condolences to the victims and their family. Let's listen to him.
That was an anti-Semitic attack, obviously. And I just want to pay my respects to everybody. I must say in Syria also, we had an attack in Syria, and we had 3 great patriots terminated by bad people. And not the Syrian government, it was ISIS. Syrian government fought by our side. The new president fought by our side. But I just want to pay my respects to the families. We also had 3 injured, but 2 of them are already out of the hospital, and one's going to be okay. But we lost 3, so it was a rough day. But to Australia and the Prime Minister, to everybody that we know so well, we get along with so well, we have a great relationship. That's a terrible situation going on over there. Think of that. And Brown University, great school, great, really one of the greatest schools anywhere in the world. Things can happen. So to the 9 injured, get well fast, and to the families of those 2 that are no longer with us, I pay my deepest regards and respects from the United States of America. Thank you very much. It's a very important thing to say. And we mean it. I can tell you in Syria, there will be a lot of damage done to the people that did it. They got the individual person, but there'll be big damage done. And the other, supposedly, they call him a person of interest, so I'll keep it along those lines, so we don't get ourselves in any trouble. But they have a person of interest at Brown. And in Australia, you probably read there's been a very, very brave person, actually, who went and attacked frontally one of the shooters and saved a lot of lives. So very brave person who's right now in the hospital, pretty seriously wounded. So great respect to that man that did that.
Now that's a powerful statement, and I'm actually very happy that everyone is standing up. The world leaders, and they are emphasizing unity against hate and terrorism. Trump remarked actually echoed the global outrage and solidarity with those affected by this devastating event. The Bondi Beach shooting stands as one of the Australia's worst mass shooting, a tragedy, and targeted innocent people celebrating it just a peaceful festival of lights. Now, leaders and community around the world have condemned this attack, calling for a stand against antisemitism, hatred, and violence. As families mourn their loved ones and survivors recover, the world has been reminded yet again of the fragile nature of peace and the courage that can arise in its defense. So guys, thank you very much for listening to this, and please don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn up your notification for more reports coming. See you next time, and bye.